Number 7, there is a dispute between the owner and the GC regarding the installation of an alarm safety fixture that was required by an inspector. The GC has given a price for the work, but the owner thinks it's too much and refuses. What should the architect do? And our 4 answers are: make a change order, B, initiate the litigation process delineated in the contracts, C, negotiate with the inspector, D, make a construction change directive. All right. A change order isn't going to happen because the contractor doesn't and the owner don't agree. So you're never going to get the two of them to sign a single change order because you have to put the price on there and they won't sign it if they don't agree. So it can't be make a change order. And it's also kind of interesting, some places in the country, the architects are often the ones who do the change orders. I think most places in the country, the general contractor is actually the one who produces the change orders. That's certainly been most of my experience, although I've obviously produced many. But typically the change orders are produced by the contractor, and then the architect then signs them, along with the owner and along with the GC. So it's not make a change order, even though that seems plausible. B, initiate the litigation process delineated in the contracts. That totally might be the thing to do if you've already gone through about 5 other steps first. And so litigation is always the last step because it's spectacularly expensive and difficult, and it's very hard to keep a project moving while there's litigation. If you're being sued by the owner and you're the contractor, man, there's a lot of reasons not to do a good job. If you're being sued by the contractor and you're the owner, it's really hard to, like, it's just a bad thing. And so it's very sort of last step. So you wouldn't be the thing that you would do right off the bat. Negotiate with so I'm going to say X on that, negotiate with the inspector. While I always love negotiating with inspectors, and you never know, could be fruitful, but that's actually not a reasonable answer here. The inspector has an agenda that's trying to protect the health, safety, and welfare of the public, just as the architect does. And so the negotiations with the inspector is just not a way that this is going to fix this problem, probably. So then the answer is going to be D. And the answer is make a construction change directive. Construction change directive is this crazy thing. So you're in this situation, you need a change order to be able to get the contract up and running to make it match to the current work that needs to happen, but there's a dispute between the owner and the contractor. So what do? You tell the contractor, do it anyway, and we'll figure it out at the end. And that's what a construction change directive is. Essentially, it's a change order that you're just mandating. And so they do the work, and it will eventually either go to mediation or arbitration or some other form, possibly litigation, some other form of mediation on this will then decide, is the owner right? Is the contractor right? Is it somewhere in the middle? And the problem, of course, is you can't just have a construction project that's maybe a 14-month construction project and you're on month 5, and then you just stop for a while to get this worked out, and so you're just going to take a 3-month break. Like, it just doesn't work with construction projects. It doesn't fit. It's dangerous. You'll have weather issues. There's all kinds of things. You need to keep the project going. So this is a way of saying, all right, we understand there's a dispute. We're going to do this anyway, and we'll figure it out at the end. And you might have 3 or 4 of these at the end, and then you go through a negotiation process at the end to figure out what the number should be. That's a good one to know because it doesn't happen that often, but often enough that it's likely to show up on the exam.